Hello, YouTube. Hey guys, this is another video coming to you guys here to motivate anybody that's probably feeling a little down, a little fog. That's actually what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about when you in a fog and you just don't know why. And sometimes you couldn't know why, but you just trying to figure out how to stay afloat with your feelings, with your emotions, with just things maybe that you just dealing with in general. So that being said, sometimes when you come down with the fog, when I say fog mean like you just feel so sad sometimes, or you might feel kind of like just depressed a little bit. And it is a known fact that some people do deal with depression. And depression can be caused by chemical imbalance. It can be caused by trauma. Depression can be caused by a few number of things. And that's why you have to go seek a professional to get properly diagnosed. Even though in my opinion, I don't feel like they properly diagnose nobody, because they just do it straight by the book. And sometimes don't know nothing because they've never been through it. I honestly feel like if you do get a counselor, you should get somebody that can relate, like they had their own life experiences of that ailment that you deal with, or they just got enough experience where they can properly diagnose you, in my opinion. So I feel like in order to conquer coming out of that fog, because what I know and realize is that fogs don't last. Any type of emotion that you experience, any type of feelings or thoughts that you experience, it's just like the weather. The weather one day is sunny, the next day is rainy, the next day is snowing. You never know from day to day what kind of weather that you will have. You just don't never know. So our feelings and our emotions are very, very similar, to the point where sometimes you just gotta let it pass. And sometimes you gotta just understand everything that you got going on. Now, I understand a lot of people, they pride themselves on being independent. They might pride themselves on being so strong, but you're human. At the end of the day, you're still human, to where you're gonna have feelings. You have a right to be sad if something sad happened. You have a right to cry if you have to get off that negative energy. Crying is a way to release negative energy. But what I don't want you to do is, when you do get into your sadness or depression, don't stay there. Process what it is that you're feeling sad about and put it down after you process those feelings and move on. So one of the ways that, like I said, to try to get out of that funk is learn how to have gratitude. Have gratitude, be grateful, just be in the present. Realize that you're here right now. And there's another practice that a lot of natural healers do to help people dealing with like depression or just like traumas and stuff. And it's called magnetic therapy. And what it is they have different types of magnets. You can even take a magnet off your refrigerator. If you got a bunch of magnets on your refrigerator, a magnet is a magnet. And what the magnet do is it resets the person's thoughts. It resets your frequency. Because we're frequency, we're energy, so energy can be reset. And one way that you can reset yourself with the magnet is you start from the base of your face with the magnet. Say this is your refrigerator magnet. You start at the base of your face, you go up, and you go around the cranium, and then you go down, all the way down to the tailbone of the spine, and you rub it. You might have to do it about 3 or more times to get a full reset. But when you're doing this reset, you have to have your subconscious mind relaxed. You have to have your mind and yourself relaxed, to where your body will give it permission to start to heal itself. Because if you got your conscious mind involved in healing from anything you're going through, or you got your ego involved in anything when you're trying to get yourself right, it might work, but it won't work at its full effectiveness, because you're not fully comfortable to where you're letting your subconscious mind heal yourself. Now, the subconscious mind is not a judgmental part of your mind. That subconscious mind don't know good or bad. It just know that whatever you feed it, as far as information, that's what it's going to do. The conscious mind is the judgmental part of your mind, to where it's trying to analyze, should I do this? Should I do that? Sometimes the conscious mind can get you in a lot of trouble. So be careful always using your conscious mind. We have to reprogram the subconscious mind in order to start the healing process. So, like I said, when you get into a foggy moment and you just like, wow, like I just don't know why I really can't see why I'm feeling. If it's not a chemical imbalance, and if it's not a true diagnosis of a mental illness, and this is just like a normal fog, get your gratification going, start praying, start meditating. And the way you can meditate is you find a quiet, serene place. When I say serene, I mean peaceful. Go sit in the woods, like, safe woods, to where you hear the nature, you're around your trees, you're doing your earthing, do all that stuff. Or sit in your room. If you got a peaceful house and you can sit in your room, find a spot on your floor and play some meditation music, like real meditation music, and you close your eyes and you sit still. You sit still for about a good hour, 30 minutes or so, and just focus on your breath. Release all energy, as far as negative energy, release all negative thoughts, release it all, and just be in that moment. Learn the moment of your time. One thing you can't get back is time, and time is an illusion. There's really no such thing as the future, no such thing as the past, because the only thing you have right now is the present. That's the only thing that is real. Like right now in this moment, we are in the present. That's the only thing that is true right now. So stop replaying. And like I said, with the magnetic therapy, that can be a true way to start to heal from past traumas that you can't seem to put down. And sometimes you can have what's called trapped energy, and that can be your reason for your fog. Like if you having pain in your shoulder, you having chest pains, like, oh, my chest, or if you all of a sudden come down with an unknown origin of cancer and you don't know why, all that stuff is trapped negative thoughts, trapped energy that lodges itself wherever the pain is, and now you have to go get naturally healed from it to get that negative emotion. They call it emotion code. Use the emotion code to get that negative energy released. It's possible to heal all that stuff naturally if you catch it in time. So a lot of stuff that we deal with on a day-to-day basis stems from mind. There's a lot of things that is competing for your mind. There's a lot of things that go on in your mind, to where you have to take a lot of care of your mind. You have to pay attention a lot to your mind. Don't neglect your mind. Renew your mind. Every day that you wake up and you still got breath on this earth, take it upon yourself to treat your body and your mind, body, and soul. Take care of those three. If you take care of those three, you can combat that fog. You can combat that depression, because you learn to live your happiest life. Now, the only thing that can be a little tough when you trying to heal and all that stuff, especially if you're not a loner, is when you somebody that don't have a lot of support. Like maybe you're an orphan, so you don't have no family, or maybe you just somebody that don't really have nobody. It's just you, yourself, and you. Maybe you, yourself, and your kids. Maybe you, like, it ain't a lot of people that you can depend on. I ain't gonna front. It can be a lot harder trying to heal yourself, because it's hard when you trying to deal with a lot of stuff, literally like with nobody to support you through whatever you're going through. So you're gonna really have to dig into your strength and find your strength zone to be strong through the loneliness. Some people are good at being loners, but there's some people, it's a void. When you're not a loner and you're a people person, and you somebody that really just don't have a lot of people that you can depend on, it can be a little rough patch trying to get through that fog, or trying to get through that depression, or trying to get through whatever you're trying to get through by yourself. Because technically, it wasn't supposed to be meant for people to go through so much stuff alone. I could be saying this wrong, but we're primates, and primates from, way back in the day, that's how we survived as a human species. We had tribes, we had groups of people, we had colonies. We all came together as a humanity, And that's how we survived it. We stuck together to where we hunted together, ate together, family, like, you know, it's stuck together. So nowadays, in this society, everybody's so much pulling apart, and I believe it's part of the program. We are being pro, especially with the social, everything don't happen for no reason. Everything is meant to happen the way it's happening, baby. So we're being such programmed to be every man for himself and to pull apart or to big, and especially this color right here. This color right here, we are known to pull apart. We are known to tear each other down. We are known to beat each other up and kill each other and this, that, and the third. And we sit here worried about other races that don't like us when we need to start within our own race and start helping each other out. That's the saddest part. That is really the saddest part, that our own race, we demean each other, we hate each other, we even hate ourselves. We hate our own identity, and that's part of the program too. So, like I said, you got to get control of this. You get control of this. That is the start to where you don't have to so much be a victim. Instead of being a victim, make it victory. You don't have to be a victim to this programming that's out here. Every day our kids is being programmed. Every day our men and women being programmed. I mean, we need to start programming people to love each other instead of judging each other. We need to program people that it ain't about how much ass you got, whether that makes you a good woman or not. We need a program to where it ain't about how big your dick is or how much money you got to where, or how tall you are to qualify you as a good man. It's like you got to do hula hoops. You got to be a fucking circus act just to get the proper love and attention. Even to get views on this motherfucking YouTube. It's sad. Sex sells. Y'all might say what you want to say, but sex sells. If you're not showing a little bit, if you're not being just a tad bit, little bit sexy, you're not going to get no numbers. You're just not. You have to bring sex appeal in some type of way to things for it to be interesting. You got to bring just a little bit of drama. You got to bring it. Because if you just are boring, positive all the time, just bland, blah, blah, you ain't going to get no numbers. You'll barely be making it, if that. So, if you don't know where this fog is coming from, just let some time get under it, because nothing lasts long. Everything is temporary. Things is just for the time that is at, and you just have to do things that makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. Live life as you see fit. And a lot of times too, to kind of help with dealing with the fog, to where you can kind of, not to say heal it for good, but get at it at a more permanent way, you got to get to the root of the problem. And sometimes the root of the problem is so deep that you really do might have to get a natural healer or somebody that specializes in healing the body from within to really find out where is this trauma coming from, like where would it happen. Because sometimes it's like the curse of the father or the curse of the family. Sometimes you can take on stresses that you didn't know you took on from your parents. Sometimes your parents can give their traumas, they can give their negative energy off to their offspring, and you don't know why this child is acting out, or depression, this, that, and the third. Sometimes it might not be exactly what you per se went through. It's something that you inherited from your mother and your father, or somebody else in your family, like an uncle or aunt. And that's some true shit. Energy travels. So moms, if you're pregnant, be careful of the negative energy that you are manifesting in your life, because you could damn sure pass that on to your baby. So alright guys, let me get going. I just thought I'd share this. Like I said, when stuff hit my mind, I said, you know what, record. So this hit my mind, because I ain't going front. Like I know I keep saying this, and I'll probably be saying this for a very long time, but I had my moments. Like my mom, man, I miss my mother so much. I miss my mother so much. I never knew how empty I would feel, you know, if I lost my mother. I never knew it would be this hard. And it's like dealing with her loss. I get my days where I get in my fog. I get my days where some days is foggier than others, and I have to practice everything that I'm telling you guys to try to keep going. Sometimes every day is a struggle for me, because I mean, I want my mom. Like, I mean, I was a mother's girl, man. I was a mother's girl. So it's like, now that my mom got taken from me, I be in them fogs a lot. I be fogging it, dog. but I'll be getting through it because I have a strong mentality. So alright guys, let's love each other, not judge each other, because I never judge y'all. I just want to love y'all. I really do. I want to love as many people as people will allow me to, but I'm only one person, and I'm trying to realize how to socialize and talk to as many of y'all as I can. But as my numbers grow, it's really hard to talk to but so many people, but I'll do my best. So alright guys, I'm out. Deuces. Be safe out there.